Hi, I'm Jerry Thomas. I'm the Technical Sales Manager for Ray Bestis Racing and Performance. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about our street performance rotors and pads. In the past I've spoken a lot about the pads, but we didn't get too far into the rotors. The combination is really essential to the optimal performance, having the right rotor and the right pad combination. When we designed the rotor, we had the pads as the key element in terms of making a proper package, to have the two mate. This particular application we have here today is a 2017 Corvette. You'll notice that the sweep on the Corvette is, the sweep being the amount of radial depth on the rotor is significant, and as is the pads and the counterweights there to control the harmonics when you have such a large swept area. As part of the design process, we looked at not just one element being just the brake pad and the rotor as two separate components, but in fact as a package. With a pad like this, which is basically, our performance pad is basically borderline. It's a track, it's a track pad when it needs to be. It's a street pad when it needs to be because it runs quiet and it works at lower temperatures. It also works at higher temperatures. So when we do a combination like this, we want to make sure that the rotor can take the aggressiveness of the pad compound that we use in our street performance pad. This pad is exceptionally aggressive for a street pad. The rotor has to be able to take it. The cooling properties have to be there. The cheek thickness, basically the meatiness of the disc, has to be substantial enough to take the energy that we're going to create by this pad interface with this disc. On that note, making sure these two things work together properly is essential. The only way you'll get the optimal performance out of this kit is to make sure that you do the bedding process as prescribed by our engineering staff, which is downloadable on our website. The first time you take these two out together, make sure that this pad is seated correctly with this disc. If you don't achieve the proper bedding initially, you'll never achieve the optimal level performance that this was meant to give you. Again, the energy that this pad creates for this disc is significant. This disc is designed to take it. If you put this pad on a lesser rotor, it may not give you the results you want because the lesser rotor will not be able to take the aggressive nature of this pad. Conversely, if you put a lesser pad compound, just an aftermarket pad that's meant for a street car, on this rotor you may not get the results you want because this rotor is designed to have the aggressive nature of this pad combination with it. A lesser pad may not work. It may not provide the level of stopping power you want, even though you've got a disc designed to take that type of increased stopping power.